Alright, you guys, welcome back to another episode for my Minecraft tutorials and things. And in today's episode, I'm going to show you how to build this lovely Kyoto townhouse, which there's a traditional name for it, but I just forgot. It's in the title though, so you guys already know and are smarter than me. And the reason why I built this is I was watching a video of Abroad in Japan, I believe that's the channel name, and they just do a bunch of random stuff in Japan. And I saw them stay in a Kyoto townhouse and I was like, dang, that looks really cool. Wonder if I could build that in Minecraft. And so I found some pictures on Google, and I found this one in particular that I'll put up on the screen right now. And I was like, yeah, let's try to build that in Minecraft. And hence this right here, this beauty. I really love this design. I will say though, because it is a townhouse, the sides are completely flat and plain. So if you're going to build this as your own house, you'd have to come up with a design here, because I did not even try, let alone incorporate any windows, because again, townhouses don't usually have windows on the sides because they're back to back with other houses, which is kind of the whole point of them. But and additionally, before we get into this, I do want to point out that this build here has my texture pack, and I've made it with stripped acacia logs as well as acacia planks. However, obviously in my texture pack, the acacia is way toned down compared to, you know, the original acacia look. Like, once it loads, you can see the difference. Much more orange when you think about it. I have a much darker color version of it, but to be fair, even this acacia does not look half bad, and it could really work. It just depends on what you'd prefer. I'm gonna actually build with you guys on camera with dark oak though, because I feel like dark oak would provide a better contrast, as you would see in the picture that I posted earlier compared to this brighter orange acacia. But for real, like I say in all my videos, this is just meant for inspiration. If you want to use crazy colors, go for it. This is just a design that, you know, I've played around with, and here I am showing it to you. Also, before we get into this, if you guys like my tutorials, make sure you leave a like, comment if you have anything like to comment, or any ideas of what you'd like to see me try to build or show on camera, and subscribe if you're new. As always, let's get straight to building. Now, before I get started too far, I'm just going to put on my texture pack again, because I cannot stand looking at acacia that red. It makes me cringe inside. Alright, so I've gone ahead and extended this little road that we're building off of, and in case you cannot tell, it is, if you're wondering the road design, it is 5 blocks wide with, of course, smooth stones on the side, and then stone slabs in the middle. And without further ado, let's get started here. So I've placed this first block, which is a dark oak log stripped, and it's technically a full block. However, the road here is half a slab, so you see the top half of this block here, and you want to take it up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks, and then you're going to skip 11 blocks and put another one. So this whole side here is 13 blocks if you count the logs. Sorry, I cannot talk. 3, 4, and 5, just like that. And obviously that's it, we're done. No, I'm kidding. I am joking, of course. And from there we have these little like jut outs. It's kind of like, because a lot of times these townhouses tend to have shops in them, and then people live above it, compared to just having the whole thing be a house, although it does depend on the people who own it. So they kind of have these little like awning areas here for people who are walking, and sometimes this is just considered part of the sidewalk, and this would be an awning of the roof, but they wouldn't have this actual wall here. It all depends on how the road is and how much space there actually is for pedestrians or not. At least that's what I'm assuming from watching so many videos of it. So on the side here, you put a dark oak plank, and then you go up 3 smooth sandstone blocks. Same thing on this side, 1 dark oak plank and 3 smooth sandstone. Sorry, 4 smooth sandstone blocks, because of the roof. I did not account for that. Then on the left side, or you could do this on the right and just totally flip the whole thing. It's up to you. We're going to come out 1 block, like a kitty corner here, that goes up 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is going to be the doorway, so we're going to have 2 blocks right above the door, and then have the doorway right here. And this whole area here that's grass, this whole 2 by whatever you want to call it, 2 by 11, is going to actually be up a full block with some type of block that looks like a walkway. So I chose the stone slab because it kind of looks the most like concrete, even though I could actually use concrete, but you know what I mean. So at the door here, we're going to have a wall, well, not a wall. Yeah, it is a wall. What am I saying? We're going to have another stripped dark oak pillar, I should say, that goes up 4 blocks right next to it. Then down here, it's gonna go horizontally, I should say, because it's gonna be a window frame. And then it goes up again another 4. And at the top, again, horizontally to frame this window. And we're gonna do this twice. So another 2 horizontally, and then 4 vertically, and 2 horizontally. And then you have your 2 windows nice and framed. And then this last section over here is going to be a 2x4 of just planks until you have this. Now for the windows, I went ahead and used acacia trapdoors, which is why I went with acacia for the whole thing, because they look like actual slots, and a lot of Japanese townhouses have kind of like these wood slots covering their windows. So that's why I went with it. However, of course, like I said, you can use whatever trapdoors you'd like. And I have it pushed in by 1, and then I have a second layer of wall that has glass behind it. However, if you prefer to just leave it without the glass and have only 1 layer of wall, that is totally up to you. I just kind of like the idea of doing that. And then for these white banners, you can actually place them on a trapdoor by holding shift like that, and they kind of float there instead of having to put it on a full block like that. So for the glass, you just put it back by 1 block, and I used panes, or you could use full glass blocks instead. Probably would be easier to use full glass blocks, but that is up to you. Then the trapdoors, like so, and like so. Of course, hold shift and place the banner. That is incorrect. There we go. And then I used an acacia door, but since we're doing dark oak, we'll go ahead and plop in a dark oak door this time. All right, so at this front part complete, we can start doing this little awning roof here. Now we're going to take a stripped dark oak log, and on the 5th top part of this pillar here, just put it all the way across, so 11 blocks long of a horizontal dark oak, stripped dark oak log, I should say. Then on the corners here of the pillars, we're going to have an upside down polished blackstone brick stairs. What a mouthful. Then we're going to connect these 2 stairs with a half slab. So again, 11 long, or 11 horizontal, I should say. And then on top here, I wanted to add a little more definition instead of keeping it flat. However, since you can clearly see, I added a half slab on top, and then each one of these went up by a half slab. And then in the middle, I would go 2 with normal incline, and then 1 where it goes up an extra slab, 2 with normal, 1 with an extra slab, 2 with normal, 1 with an extra slab, 2 with normal, and 1 with an extra slab. However, I'm going to show you on this side what it looks like just to have a normal incline, which would be like, incorrect, like a so. And I actually had to get rid of these pillars here. The only reason why they would have been needed is if I did increase it up a half a slab like I did on the other roof. Or you could just leave it flat like this if you'd prefer. I kind of like this because again it gives it more detail, and the top roof itself is flat as well. Granted, you could always like keep it going the whole way, which I might just do on this side so you can see the difference. Now up here on the top part, we have a new floor basically, because it's the 2nd story. And I'm just going to continue with this pillar here. Now on the interior, which I'll show you after I'm done building this exterior here, I'm not going to do a full tutorial on it, but I'm just going to show you what I did. I did a lot of these double wall things, so there would be a pillar on the outside, so I'd put a pillar on the inside, so it'd be like 2 full pillars of logs. So on this corner here, right behind this smooth sandstone block, in this kitty corner here, it's going to be another pillar of stripped dark oak logs that go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tall. And again, we're going to do the same thing on this side, so right behind the sandstone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tall. Then in the middle, we're going to cover this whole area with smooth sandstone, so 11 blocks across, up by 4. And let me go ahead and fill that in. And that's pretty much it for that wall. Although as you can see here, I did break it up with these birch trap doors, and I went ahead and put the window like here, so 2 blocks over. So instead of 11 big window, it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 tall. And I went ahead and I did trap doors like this. 1, oh that's incorrect, and 2, and 3, and the 4th one skipped because it's odd number, so we can't actually do a trapdoor there without making it look weird. And then another 1 and 2, and then 3. So technically this block is missing a trapdoor, whereas the other 6 blocks do have trapdoors, but it doesn't really look that noticeable. And then again behind it, oh god, stopped flying on accident. I put brown stained glass behind the entire thing. And then because these are trap doors, you can easily just click on the trap door, hold shift and click on the trap door to place a banner to cover it. The only thing is right here in the middle doesn't technically have a trap door, so you'd have to put the brown stained glass like so, then put a white banner and then hold shift and put another white banner. And you won't necessarily see that one in the back, so it doesn't really matter that you've put it there. Now before we head to the roof, I do want to say I did use quite a lot of pillars, but again, like if I go inside to show you, this is a quick sneak peek. This wall here, the exterior edge wall here, does not necessarily have a double thick wall. This is literally it. If I were to punch this block out, that's it. You see the outside, compared to having like a too thick wall. So it's up to you. If you wanted to make the exterior all one color and then do a different color wall in here, there's totally space for it. You can make it work, but I didn't want to. So I added some pillars in the exterior wall to give it a little bit more definition to it. Not definition, I guess interest to it, so it doesn't look so boring. But since I'm not going to do the interior on this one, I'm just going to go ahead and fill it in all with smooth sandstone. However, this is kind of a reoccurring thing with the acacia planks, dark oak planks in this case at the bottom, so I will do that. So to do this wall, I'm going to do this first portion that requires the roof before we do the back garden. We're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Actually, this is going to be an exterior wall that you can see. So 20, not acacia, 20 dark oak planks all the way down from that pillar that we built there. And then on this end, we're going to go up another pillar of stripped dark oak log, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, just like the other side. So again, over here, we're gonna go 20 and then up 9. All right, so for the exterior walls, now that we have our 2 pillars in, you're gonna see the roof has a bit of an arch to it. Not that much, because they usually don't have very tall arches, because you don't really need them unless you live in a more winter prone area and you need to get snow and water off of your roofs as much as possible. Compared to in Japan, the most they have to deal with is a little bit of snow and a lot of rain. So these tiny sloped roofs are more than enough to get most of the rain off. But as you can see with the slope, I'll go ahead and tell you how that is done. Starting with any of the pillars on any side, because it's going to be identical slope, it's going to go 3 blocks by 1 and 2. Sorry, I'm not including this in my count. I will at the end when I do an overview, but I'm not. This is just for the sandstone part. So it goes over 3, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, 3 by 8 of smooth sandstone, technically 3 by 9 if you include the bottom dark oak planks. And then the next section here, we have it go up another block, and instead of 3, it's going to be 4 wide. So 4 by 9, and then if you include the dark oak planks, then it's 4 by 10. Then this middle section is the highest part, so we're going to go over actually 6 wide, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up 10. And then if you include the the planks at the bottom, then it's 6 by 11. Then again, we're going to go back down. So this is going to be a 4 wide by 9 by 9. So 4 by 9 and 4 by 10 if you include the dark oak planks at the bottom. And then finally, we're back down to 3 by 8. Or 3 by 9 if you include the planks at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and do the same arch to here. So again, with the smooth sandstone, that's 3 by 8, or 3 by 9 including the planks. Then 4 by 9, or 4 by 10 including the planks. And then 6 by 10, or 6 by 11 including the planks. Then back down to 4 by 9, or 4 by 10 including the planks. And then 3 by 8, or 3 by 9 including the planks. So again, I'm going to do that on this side. And there we have our 2 main exterior walls. We do have this garden area, which I'm going to go ahead and do next. However, it's not technically part of the interior of the house because it's more of like an outer area. I don't know what else to call it. Alright, so starting on the side wall that is closest to the front door, we're going to come out 3 dark oak planks, and then a dark oak log, then 3 dark oak planks, and a dark oak log, and then 5 dark oak planks. and then a dark oak log. Sorry, dark stripped oak log. Technically, this pillar could be substituted out for just another plank and then sandstone above it. However, I'm going to include it just because it's like an exterior garden wall. That's actually... Yes, never mind. I don't know what I was saying there. Just because, why not? It seems simpler to do it that way. Then on this side here, we're actually going to go out 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then the log. And then finally 5 again. And then the log. So the main difference for this is the wall. Obviously, this is more of a... This wall on closest to the door has actually an interior part. Whereas this wall over here does not. And it's just an exterior little garden, like, safe wall thing. So for this first section here, farthest side from the door, we have this 7 section wide without the pillar in the middle. It's going to go up 2 sandstone blocks. So altogether this would be a 3x7 wide area. Then we're going to have not a stripped acacia, sorry, a stripped dark oak log. Let's get that out of here. Go up 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then on this side here, we're going to go up 3 blocks of sandstone, so 3x5 area if you do just the sandstone, but 4x5 if you include the planks. Then again, the pillar goes up 4 blocks. Again, on this side, all the pillars will go up 4 blocks. So let me just do that. The only thing difference is the wall itself. This part here is still going to be a 3x5 area for just sandstone, and then 4x5 if you include the planks. This side, instead of being lower, just a little bit like that one, it's going to go all the way up. So we have a 3x3 area of sandstone and a 3x3 area of sandstone. Although if you include the planks, it would be a 3x4 area. Then on the side here, again, farthest from the door, we're going to go over 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with these planks. And then we're going to do a dark oak pillar. In here, we now have a 4 block area. This is going to be a doorway because everyone seems to have a backyard doorway area. And we're going to frame it, of course, with our pillar going up 4 blocks, but then with planks going up the side. So you're going to have a 4 tall plank, then 2x2 area above the doors, and then a 4 tall plank stack like that, as you can see here. Although I did change out, instead of making these full blocks, I did put a stair, as you can tell, but that's up to you, however you want the design to be. And then again with the doors and the banners covering it, although I won't do it on this one because you see that there. And then for here, the smooth sandstone again is going to go up 3. So it'll be a 3x6 area, and that's just because of how it all works out with making this an even doorway instead of an odd. If you made this an odd 1 door instead of 2, you can move the pillar over 1, and then this would be an odd number here, but that is up to you. So then starting on this roof here, this slightly shorter area would have its own little polished blackstone brick slab on top. Now technically when they build these townhouses, they have it opposite of each other. So the front door is on this side. Technically they would have built this house with the front door on this side. So it would be like mirrored to each other so that these 2 tall roofs would actually be the same height. For instance, whereas here I am just literally copying it over so it doesn't look the best because this wall is obviously taller, so it's like, why is this not even up there? It doesn't make sense. However, if you were to flip it the way that most people design townhouses, then it would make a lot more sense because this roof would seamlessly blend into the roof that I'm going to build on this side. I hope that makes sense. Then starting in the exterior here, it's not that difficult to look at. We just have a polished blackstone brick slab. I always forget the names on the top half part of the uppermost block, and it goes around like this. Of course, since we have townhouses, there is no roof overhang on the sides. And from there, we place one on top of each block like so. Now before I continue the roof more, I should have done this to begin with. We need to build the interior walls here so the roof can actually go on something. So let's start with this back wall here. We're going to come back to this tallest pillar that goes up 9 blocks, skip 3, 2, 3, place a pillar, skip 3, place a pillar, and then you'll have 3 more left there. And these are all going to go up as tall as this one, so it's going to go up 9 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like so. And then at the bottom, actually not at the bottom, the entire bottom area here is pretty much just covered with planks. And it goes all the way up until this point. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a 3x5 area, another 3x5 area. And technically this is open because it's a walkway, which we'll get to in a second. And also technically I made this a doorway here, but you don't have to because I put 2 doors. I put a door here and I put a door here. But that's up to you if you want both. You could do just one if you wanted more space on the interior. That is totally fine. Now on this block here, I'm going to frame the door. So we have skip 1 block from this pillar and you have another pillar. Then we have a 3 block area for the door and then another pillar. Skip another block and there's a pillar here. And on this side, skip another block, there's a pillar here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. And since I wanted to make this even number, I put another pillar here, even though technically you don't have to and you can make it 5. But I actually wanted the doorway here framed with both pillars that you could see, versus if I did it like this and kept it full wall like that, you wouldn't even see a pillar and it would look kind of weird in my opinion, but that is up to you. And all these pillars here go up exactly 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. So you have this nice little L-shaped thing. So this doorway here is basically gonna be the doorway into the garden. And again, you can do another one here like I did on the other side, but that's up to you. I'm gonna leave this one flat so you can see another idea for it. This doorway here though, however, is gonna be a storage area. So for the storage area, instead of having planks on the bottom like we do with all the exterior walls, I did these andesite blocks. Again, andesite blocks on the little corners here. This way is going to be the actual door, so I'm going to have it down 1 and then up a full block in this walkway of andesite. The sandstone here is going to go up 2 blocks. It could go up 3 if you want. But as you can see, oh my god, stuck on the roof. As you can see here, I guess it is 2.5. I have the roof come down a little bit in this corner, so it covers half of it. So you could do just a slab if you were saving on resources. And then we have it go up 1, 2, 3, 4 on the middle area. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 2 doors here, so skip 2 blocks and then cover it again by a 2x2 area. And because we need a step, there's polished andesite slab there, so you can step in. Then for the actual door here, I filled this with stained glass, brown stained. It goes up 3. Then on this corner here, also going up 3. And then I had it stick out by 1 on one side. You can pick either. By 1 plain on the bottom and the top, and then I put this dark oak fence in the middle so that it looks like a handle is opening on the door. If you wanted to try to keep it closed, you couldn't really put a handle in because it would look kind of funky like that. It doesn't look like much. So I just thought might as well leave the door open. And then because the roof does have a slight arch to it, there's going to be a row of glass panes on top, which will connect once we put the roof in place. I almost forgot, since this is a walkway, we're not going to cover this whole thing, but this top area here does have a 3 block wide planks just to match up with the rest there. Then we fill it in with some smooth sandstone, if I could place correctly. That's 4 tall. So a 3x4 area, a 3x4 area, and a 3x4 area. Again, you can see I went with what I did in the front, where I popped out these windows, put in the trap doors, as well as some glass behind it. That's up to you if you like it or not. I'm just gonna leave these ones blank. All right, so now that we have these interior walls put in, we can go ahead and finish up this little roof on the back here. It'd probably be easiest to start with the confusing arches that I have going on. So we'll go ahead and start with that. So we already have the first layer of roof on the outer exterior wall. And then from there, I did have it stick out a little bit here just so that this little wall has an awning, as well as this window wall, which you'll see once I put it in. So from here, we're on top of a pillar. There's already a slab, bring it out by 1, then bring it over by 1. Then we're gonna go up as an arch, then up again as another arch. Get rid of that if you'd like. And then bring it back down and over. And if I could place over. Then I was like, this looks a little too weird, so I brought it down a little half slab more. Now you can keep it either at the same level on top, or you could get rid of that slab there, like I did on the other side, to create this little indent, but that is up to you. Then on this side, again, we're gonna go over 1, so that's part still down by 1. We're gonna go up half a slab, over half a slab, then again, up half a slab. I could place it. There we go. Then again, up half a slab. That is incorrect. There we go. So we get this half slab arch going on. Then down half a slab and down half a slab twice like that. Now, as you can see, this has a nice overhang and you don't see the wall at all. But this, you can still kind of see through it, which looks a little funky. So I'm gonna go behind it and fill it in. And to do that, we're gonna go up by half a slab. So this is already up. We're gonna go up one more. And this one, we're gonna go up one more. And this one by one more. There we go. Again, up by half a slab. Like so. I keep getting stuck on everything. So it's like a little arch that's already going up again. So now this is where it gets tricky, because if we go back up a half a slab again, we're gonna have to do that on the other side, but it's gonna end up connecting and we want it to all look seamless. So we're gonna head back to this side and go up half a slab from it, like so, until we connect, oh, like that. Then we're gonna go, again, I like to just alternate back and forth between the half slabs, essentially. So we're gonna go to the exterior wall and go up half a slab from the slab that's on top of the wall, like so, until it connects around. And then again, we're gonna do it with this one, up half a slab. And on this side, you can see that I like layered it down, but on this time, I'm just gonna keep it up as a pyramid, if that makes sense. I feel like this design that I'm going for here would have actually made more sense in the long run in comparison, because then the water could go off either side. Whereas over here with this roof curving like this, it kind of just pools here at the side of the house, which could cause mold now that I think about it. So now that we brought that half slab up again all the way down, I did go over one more, because this part, if we went up half a slab, would be there. However, this part, if we go up half a slab, it's gonna have to go up a little more. And again, here would have to go up a little more, which is totally fine. Although granted, again, you could always whatever, that's fine. You could always keep it more flat if you'd like. Really no right or wrong way to do this. Yeah, like this looks a little funky at this point. So I'm gonna take it back down. I know it's getting a little hard to follow just because of how it is, and I'm just gonna change the time so you can see better. Oh, look at that, so much more light. Sometimes shaders are great, but sometimes it just makes things too dark when you're trying to follow a tutorial. And again, following along here. So technically this should be up again, but as you can see, that doesn't make sense with these here. So I'm actually gonna get rid of that. Like so. Like there. And there you go. I did add on this side another block up again, but I think I'm gonna leave it a little more flat on this side. And now with that done, it's time to actually get to the actual roof of the building. And starting with the back, yeah, we'll start with the back here just to get this archway, the overhang, whatever, done correctly. You're gonna come over here to the wall that we have 9 blocks tall, right? Instead of putting a stair there where you want it to stick out a bit more, or at least I did. So instead of putting a stair at the top one on the 9th block, you're gonna bring it down to the 8th block. You can also do it like I did last time with the awning on the original one where it has the 4, but I'd prefer to keep it simple because that seems to be what they do best in Japan. Keep it simple. Now in here I did leave a gap, so I put a half slab on top and then I went up again. So instead of having this half slab go all the way back like this, I just got rid of that and had a little half slab gap so you could see more of the wall above the windows. But we're gonna go ahead and bring this half slab down to connect like so, and then go up half slab on the actual top half block of the 9th block until you have this. On the other side, we're gonna basically do the same thing. We're gonna come down to the 2nd block on the pillar, not the top. Again, half slab on top and out one, and then bring it down, and then go up another half slab on the top half block of the 9th block, like that. Now from here, I wanted to have it, as you can see, a little bit more of a a shallower slope, I should say. So I did 2, and then I would go up by half a slab, and then 2, and then up by half a slab, and then 2, and then up by half a slab. And that's pretty much the entire thing. So starting on top of the 9th tall exterior block here, we're gonna do 2 half slabs, and then up, and we'll do 2 half slabs, and then up by 2, and then up by 2, and then up. And then finally at the very tippy top, and then back down by 2, and back down, and back down, and back down, and back down. Just like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in. Just like, it's so simple. Actually, it kind of is one of my simpler roofs. Oh, and as you can see, I'm using the bricks half slab, polished blackstone bricks. However, using the polished blackstone not bricks would be more than fine as well. I just liked using the bricks because it gave it more of the tile feeling on top, like a lot of Japanese townhouses tend to have, is that black tile. However, again, if you wanted a more modern look, it probably would look better with just the plain blackstone slab. And then just like that, we have our finished product here. Pretty much identical except for this little roof because I wanted to show you a different design. And if you come inside, it is very spacious and dark. I don't even know if you can see much, but it's very dark in here. And the interior, I'm going to show you what I did with it. However, this is, since there's so much space, you could really do whatever you wanted to. Honestly, sky's the limit. So let's go ahead into the interior I actually completed. You come through our acacia door here, and you have this little entryway room, essentially, and that's what these beds are in the wall for, to make it look like seats with these banners. However, if you wanted to, you could always just, you know, not include this. And then this right here with these beehives, it's meant to look like the little drawers where you can put your shoes in the little entryway, and that's why this is all sunken, where you can put your shoes on and switch to your house slippers. Then you come in, we have a traditional Japanese room, I forgot what they're called, that has the traditional tatami mats in the floor, which is represented by this stripped birch oak log in the same direction as you would normally see them. In the middle here, since they normally have tea in these rooms, or at least official tea ceremonies, I put a trap door to show the lower type of plate. I know in older houses, they used to actually have a fire pit here. So underneath it, aside from this block, is a campfire, so you have a little extra smoke that comes up, showing that it does work as like kind of a grill. And then these little carpets are meant to be like mats that you can sit on. Over here they tend to have like some type of prayer shrine-ish, family shrine thing. Of course, putting your own design on the banner would make it look even cooler, but we have our little flower and lantern for that. And as you can see, like I said, with the double walls here, I put the panes in, and then I did another interior wall of the stripped acacia logs to frame the windows, and it fits just right in this area. As for the sliding shoji screens, I used the birch trap doors, and I did them double thick, so it looks like it's been folded back, you know? And if you wanted to extend it, you could just do it 1 block thick and just have this whole room cut off if you wanted to keep it that way. Also forgot to mention, there is a little, technically a closet area back here behind this. However, you can do whatever you'd like. I just filled it with chests because, you know, Minecraft, it's still functional even though it looks like a nice house. When you come in this way, you are directly in a hallway that I added some skylights into the roof for. You can do the same if you'd like, which gives it a lot of natural light. And this is, of course, the kitchen here. There's not much on this wall here. Of course, you could probably add a nice painting to it, or you can make your own wall art design, banner design. That'd probably be really cool, since no one's going to see the wall, since it's hopefully pushed up against another townhouse. And then we have, of course, our stoves here with a fireplace underneath them, so it looks like they're being used, a cutting board, you know, our sink, double sink, cake, our fridge, everything like that. And I used the floor to be andesite to show that it's different from this exterior floor here. The second room, which connects to the original, the traditional Japanese room, is of course a dining room with these acacia stairs, and we have signs on the back to give a little extra design, and the sides of the arms are item frames, with the table being an acacia fence with a carpet on top and a little painting. We also have a stairway here to go upstairs, which we'll get to in a second, and I'll close that for now. Well, if you continue through here, again, we still have the shoji screens everywhere to show that it's been opened up a bit. You can reach the living room from either the dining room or the kitchen, or this other walkway back here, which we'll get to. And we have just our lovely black couches with item frames again, a giant rug, and our TV here that's quite huge if you think about it, and these lovely little double lanterns when you think about it. Behind the TV is also some more storage here, which wraps around. It's quite a lot of storage when you look at it. And close it back up. There we go. Then we open up into this walkway here. This is the wall that I kept all as planks, so you could do that if you wanted more space here and to open up the living room more. And then we have kind of like this offshoot storage, which should technically be its own room. However, I was like, why not connect it? Because who's gonna care? So it's all one big storage room back there with this kind of little fun little I don't know, decorative table area with more. Of course, this is one of the windows you can see for the exterior. Down here, we have our walkway, as I showed you, with the actual door that I did put in place on the other side that comes out into the garden. They usually have sand with these little stones, so I used trapdoors instead. And I did put a little fountain in here using quartz stairs and a quartz half slab. Then we have even taller lanterns and technically a bench, but that's up to you, whatever you'd like to put out here. You could even make this all grass with greenery instead of sand. Then if you come in through these doors, the storage room is a perfect storage room if you're just starting out in Minecraft and this is like your starter house, honestly. This is about the same amount of storage that I use when I start out in Minecraft, so I kind of love that room. Then if you come back through here, we can look in this hallway. Like I said, it was supposed to be an interior-ish wall, so we have a bathroom, or a half bath, I should say, with no lighting. I didn't do any lights. Oh my god. I worked so hard on this interior and I forgot to do a lamp. A lamp! Anyways, it comes down half a slab so you can see the toilet is here, because I know sometimes they have the squatting ones, other times they don't, but either way, this is kind of like a half in between type of thing. And I didn't like how tall it would be if I left it go up a block higher than that, so I brought it down half a slab. This is supposed to be toilet paper roll. And then, of course, our sink here with a towel in front. Then we have another room here, which is just storage. You could put more chests in here if you wanted to, but I just put some plants. Then down here in this little back area, I put some motorcycles or bicycles, whatever you want to call them. They're kind of too big to be considered bicycles for me, but so I went with kind of mopeds type of idea. But it's up to you, whatever your imagination has. Then if we come all the way back down to the dining room, we can go upstairs. Hello. And with this lovely lantern design that I just love. I mean, you could get rid of the lantern on top, but I kind of don't like the way it looks that modern without it. You come up to the top here, you have this little hallway here. You're like, hey, it looks nice. You go to the right, you have a bedroom, a little bedroom with a desk built in, and then of course a giant shoji screen wall that comes into a closet. So you can put, again, a ton more chests in here for more storage. And you can come, oh my gosh, I forgot how much I like this desk design using the beehives. So nice. You can come right through here. Probably put some carpets in if you wanted to, just to make it feel a little more homey. And you come in through here, we have a master bedroom here, obviously nice and big. Then we have another shoji screen. You'd think it's a closet, but actually it's a whole nother room, another traditional tatami floor mats with a desk, so it's kind of like a study type of thing. And then we do have our own separate closet in here as well. Just nice to have off of the actual master bedroom. Then we have a bathroom right through here. Again, it's down half a slab a bit with, is there no light? There is a light. Okay, good. Let's do an extra one. With our sink and our toilet, and they tend to have a separate room for the shower and the tub, so hence our separate shower tub combo here. I'm using quartz stairs again and some water in the middle of all of it. If I can get out, that'd be great. Now I will say I built this using a layout design I found somewhere, and I did change it a little bit. Technically, you could have it where this whole upstairs area, instead of coming into a walkway, you can make this an open room. So technically, you'd have one big room here that's half walkway, half just kind of lounge area, and then you could have that extra room be for guests and this room be for the master bedroom. Because when you think about it, it's a little awkward having to walk through the master bedroom to get to the only bathroom that's up here, versus if you left this whole thing open, you'd have two bedrooms that share the bath and they don't have to worry. You know, that's up to you. I kind of like having it separated like this because it feels a little nicer if you're just a single bachelor style living. But that's it. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this probably longer than normal tutorial. I know I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you had a lot of fun watching it. And if you design it, don't forget to tweet it out to me. I'd love to see it. Just tag me Iondis007, I believe. I don't know. It's in the description. I'd love to see it. And thank you guys again. If you liked it, leave a like, comment, and sub. And as always, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.